Hello again. If you clicked on this video, then you already know what we're here for, or at least I assume you know. It is time to put away more photo cards in my binders, and we have quite a few today. This will probably be the last one of the year, as I need to start preparing my binders for my, the usual year-end tour. I did a mid-year one not that long ago, but here it is. It's already almost January, so I gotta get all of my photo cards put away so that when I do that video, you will be able to see my entire collection, everything I have. And everything I have left to put away is in front of you. I don't have any big stuff. I don't have any photo cards like on the way. This is it. So, without further ado, I'm going to get this going because I am quickly losing daylight. It is, well, it's obviously winter time, and that is not always the best time for me to be filming because the daylight can be really inconsistent, and I try my best to use natural light as much as I can. So I don't want to dally too much, but as always, I always say this, as always, we will be starting with Red Velvet and Sulgi. And to start off, we are going to be finishing Feel My Rhythm with the Evil Sulgi card. And this means that, with the exception of like one Kino card, I am caught up with all previous eras. The only thing that I am not caught up on is the brand new era, which is Chill Kill, and I've got quite a few cards for that as well. We have 6 cards. 6 cards across all the, unfortunately, myriad versions. I should probably say what these are. These are, I believe, from the package version. I say unfortunately because I think the SM went a little overboard with the versions this time. Oh, I'm still on birthday. Birthday had 4 versions, and I thought that was too many. But little did I know that they would surprise us all with not 1, not 2, not 4, but was it 5 versions and like 9 photo cards total? Because we have the package, we have the Sminny, poster, 2 separate bags, and the photo books. There's 9 cards, which is not only inconvenient for me with my 4 pocket pages, but it is also just kind of, it's a lot to collect. I ended up buying a bunch of stuff on my own and in goes, whether I joined them or I hosted them. That's like a whole separate thing. And I still do not have everything I need. I believe both of these are, sorry, I'm being very bad. Both of these are from the bag versions. I had to buy one of each of the bags so that I could get all of the Sulgi photo cards. And then this, I believe, is the poster version. But yes, I joined, I think I only joined a couple goes, including for the poster version, which got me a POB. And then I also tried my hand at hosting some goes. I hosted 2 goes, one for MakeStar, which was the package version, and one for the Weverse Live, and that was for the Sminny card. And those went pretty well, I have to say. Distribution of cards was pretty good, and we did manage to get all of the album versions that were out there, because they were, as usual, they were member specific. and basically everything ran pretty smoothly. I don't know when I will, or if I will, host goes again in the future. They all went, like I said, I didn't really have much issues. All my joiners were pretty good. I think I'm gonna move this one because I got some more birthday cards, including these two, which I've been waiting for since like May, I think is when I joined this. But these are 2 Yiju cards for birthday, and this just, for whatever reason, took a long time to get to me. I think I want the red one first. And there was even a period of time where I thought they were lost in the mail to me, but then they showed back up at the group order manager with like a return to sender. I don't know what happened there. We checked the address to make sure everything looked right. Everything was fine, so he sent it back out, and now I have them. So I'm glad those didn't actually get lost, because those would have been a little bit tricky to replace. But next up we have a few pobs for Chill Kill. Like I said, I hosted for Makestar and got myself this very cute Sulgi card. She's all bundled up for the cold weather. And then this is the Weverse Live, formerly the unboxing card. Very cute. And then finally, this is, I believe, Apple Music. I believe that's what I joined for, Apple Music. And this was the poster version that I showed before. I also joined last minute for one of the Star River versions. I think it's either like, I want to say it's like poster. They had like 5 versions for Star River, which is like a Chinese site of some sort. And I think the only reason the slot was open was because somebody must have like dropped out. Because I barely tried to join any goes for Sulgi, because by the time I would see them, they'd be gone. Like all the Sulgi slots would be gone. She's just too popular. Next up, we have a couple things related to their 9th anniversary merch. So this, I believe, is for the Lucky Card set. And then this is for the little keychain, which I happen to have hanging on my pegboard. Here it is. Isn't it adorable? I've always liked Sulgi's little bear drawing, and when they said they were going to make a physical version of the little bear, I wasn't going to let that pass by, and the results were probably even better than I would have imagined. And then lastly are the 2 other lucky cards. So this is like the group version, and then this is Sulgi's version, which I thought was just a pineapple when I saw the preview, but it's actually like SpongeBob's house. It's a little pineapple under the sea with a message on the back. Very, very cute. And that looks like that is it for Sulgi, but we do have a couple more red velvet cards in the back of this merch binder. Starting with Wendy, finishing off the birthday trading card set. The set that seems like nobody likes, but I absolutely love. Even though they're all like concept cards, I think they did such a good job with the border. And I'm also such a fan of this album in general that, you know, I think that helps sell it for me. And then we also have the last birthday girl card. This is Joy's happy birthday card. So now we are all done with this merch for the year. I don't know whether I want them to do something like this again in the future. I mean, it is very cute, but it would be nice for something different. I mean, I wouldn't argue with more cards, but maybe something slightly different. Maybe something with a postcard or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm asking for. I'd probably regret that if they actually followed what I just said. Okay, so that is it for Red Velvet this time. Now, I think we've got the brand new girl group binder. Let me go get that. So yes, so my old Luna binder is now officially a like multiple girl group binder. And actually, before I get into that, I actually have to pull some stuff out of another binder, my miscellaneous binder. I decided if we're gonna do girl groups that I should grab this WJSN the Black collection out of here and put it in the new girl binder. And I also have some Aespa cards because Aespa is going to go in here. So I'll just set those aside until we need to deal with the Aespa section as well as these. But okay, so back to what I was saying. This binder, which still does have my ARTMS cards, is going to have multiple girl groups, kind of like how my binders were when I first started making these videos. I used to have every group, every person, every card in one single binder. And although we're not going back to that, there's going to be like 4 groups that now live in this binder, starting with ARTMS in the front, and we have a few ARTMS cards to put away. Mostly POBs for the version up era, but we also have a Heejin card that I'll find a spot for. I think the way I wanted to do this was put, even though this, I guess this is sort of out of order, because this is like Make Star round 4. I just like them all up there together. Actually, I put this out of order because I had a thought. So this is Make Star round 3, and for reasons that will become clear in just a minute, I'm going to put this one down here, and then on the back side we are going to put a couple other POBs. These are the Studio Ghibli POBs that I knew as soon as I saw them I had to get them because they were going to become very, very in demand. I just knew. Look, that's so cute. And then I'll just put it like so. And actually, related to ARTMS and Odd Eye Circle, they just announced, after, just in time for me to post yet another video lamenting the fact that I did not see them when they went on tour in Europe, they're actually going to tour North America. And I did manage to get tickets to the Bay Area show, because that's the closest one for me. So I'm very excited for that. And also concert related, my wife and I are going to go see her favorite group, Shiny, in the new year as well. We have to, it's a little bit further than the Bay Area. Yeah, we do have to go to Japan, but we managed to get two tickets per show. They're having 2 shows, and we're gonna go both nights, and that's gonna be very fun. I just know it. So the reason I took out this Kim Lip card is because I've had these Jinsoul and Cherry cards just sitting in my like miscellaneous box, and that's kind of lame. So I'm gonna pull them out, and we're just gonna put all of my, I believe these are K-Town, my K-Town cards in the binder just in a row, because why not? That's fun. And then we have Miss Heejin, very pretty. Actually got this from a friend. She was nice enough to kind of build me a Heejin album from all of her like extras from group orders and what have you. So I really wanted this card, and she managed to build me a nice little package. I'm pretty tempted to go get like her 5 other cards. We'll see. I think I'm gonna be pretty busy in the first few months of the year, so I don't know when that will become a priority. We shall see. All right, and now we get to the new girls, the new collections, starting with Ning Ning from Aespa. So these are from basically all of their eras. I don't have, I think, almost any era complete. So we have a couple Savage cards, and you'll have to pardon me, I don't remember what versions these all are, because I bought them in a bunch of sets from Mercari Japan, and so they're just sort of all over the place. I know I'm missing one Savage. Then we got Girls, which I'm missing a couple cards, including the US exclusives. This is the only one I know what it is. It's the Digipack card. And then I think we move on into, nope, this is still Girls. I thought we were gonna move on into My World, but that must be the next one. So we have this cute one. And I don't know if I've said this before, like when I got these cards, but this collection is going to be only album cards. With like, I mean, there are a couple pre-order cards, just because I buy things and I get a pre-order card, but I'm not really planning to collect that, and certainly not merch. And that's also true for Eugen from IVE, which is my other new collection. I will, however, and you'll see that I've already made some progress, be getting the US exclusive cards, because why not? I live in the US. I guess they're not all US exclusive. There is a Japan one now in the drama album. But all of those like regional retailer specific cards, basically if it came in an album, I'm planning to get it. And oh, I have this out of order. This drama card is not where it's supposed to be. But I have 3 of the retailer exclusives, starting with Target, and then Barnes & Noble, and finally, the most recent edition, Amazon. And then this last page is going to be like a mix of things. So we are starting drama, as I showed you before. This is from the sequence version. I actually hosted a go myself for this particular album version because I was wanting the next card, which is the Weverse Live Countdown, Unboxing, whatever they call it. I wanted this pre-order card. And actually, speaking of unboxing cards, that actually should go there because chronologically, this card from My World, which was one of like 4 unboxing cards when SM did that outside of Weverse. I ordered just like an album for myself, and I got the Ning Ning card. So that all will go here. And then I do have a couple other members. These are both the Digipack for Girls. And so I have Karina and Winter just because, and I don't really feel like keeping them separate. So I'm just gonna put them at the end along with the pre-order cards in the Ning Ning section. And I'll just throw in a little filler just to fill the space. All right, and then we have our next collection, which is, as I said, Eugen from IVE. And I want to say I was doing columns. I kind of like laid these out how I wanted them to display. And I think I decided I wanted columns just because it looked a bit nicer, at least from the back, because we've got like reds. And so yeah, this will probably be the only new collection for quite a while. Honestly, I probably should not have picked up 2 things to collect at once, but both Eugen and Ning Ning were just so easy and so inexpensive on Mercari that I let my flights of fancy get the better of me. Okay, so we had 11 and Love Dive. I think that's all done. And then these are Afterlike. I do have all the cards up through Afterlike. And then I have a couple IVE cards. And no IVE Mine cards. That'll be for the next time my wife and I buy stuff on Mercari Japan. But okay. Very, very nice. Now, this final part will be all of those pages I took out before for WJSN the Black. So let me just pull these all out. And I do sort of have an idea of what I want to, how I want to lay this all out. It'll make sense in a minute. Okay, so that is everything I have, including a couple of fillers. Now, why did I do it this way? Well, I like playing with layouts when I'm planning these videos out, and I do think I have a good idea in mind for how to lay these out in a nice wide A5. So the thought was 4 members, 3 versions. We do each row for a member, and then ultimately the unit cards. I've only been collecting 4, but there are 6 total. So I'll just add the 2 that I'm missing to my list for future purchases, and then we'll be able to fill out one of these pages. So not really sure what I'm doing with my WJSN collection. Like, I do really like them as a group. And I love this, even though it's like a single album, I love this album. I love the concepts, I love the music. But it's been like a year and a half at this point, and they haven't done a single thing with basically any of the members. And as a fan of their music, it's a little frustrating. It just feels like, even though they renewed with Starship, like they're not going to do anything other than apparently Sola early in January, or at least some point in January, is going to put out a solo album. So that'll hopefully be good. I'll be honest, I'm not sure if I'll collect it. I'll definitely listen to it, and if I like the music, I'll probably buy a copy. But even though she's my favorite in the group, I don't know. It's like, how much more do I want to commit to collecting a group that is in, I don't know, a weird semi-hiatus state? I just don't even know. I don't know what I want to do. Hopefully they're at least enjoying what they're doing, or, you know, what they're not doing, as the case may be. Put a couple fillers. But yeah, so the reason I didn't move like the rest of my WJSN cards is because I'm not really sure if I'm gonna collect more than just this album. This is like the only active collection, so they'll just stay in the miscellaneous binder for the time being. And I'll have to have my wife write me out a couple more filler notes. She has better handwriting, so she has volunteered to write these nice little sticky notes for me. I'm realizing that even though I kind of like rushed through the Red Velvet section, I didn't even talk about their new album. Like, as much as I complain about all of the versions, they did have a couple like really gorgeous versions, and the photo shoots were just kind of amazing. Like, especially the I think they called it like the Sisters concept. Those were beautiful. And then I have, like, because I needed photocards, I ended up with a bunch of the package version, which is nice because it's probably my favorite version, but I also don't need like 4 copies of the Solgi package. hopefully I can maybe sell those in the near future. I'm becoming like some collectors where I just have like a big pile of albums in a cabinet that I just need to get rid of, and they don't seem to move. People aren't buying on places like eBay like they once did. Okay, so that is it for this binder. As you can see, I still have some old Luna stuff here because it doesn't fit in my new binder, but that's fine. This one has plenty of room for future comebacks and for filling out my new collections. I just hope things like Aespa don't grow too much in the next few months. Yeah, we got some room to grow. Hopefully I don't need it too soon. Okay, last but not least, we have the Everyone Else binder, and we do have some Everyone Else cards. We have some weekly cards. And actually, since I'm here, I'm gonna put in a new page because of all things, we ended the year with a Yukika release. Apparently her final release, which is a little sad. You know, I've been a fan of hers since, well, pretty early when, like, Neon was new, her first, like, single. I don't remember if that was 2019 or 2020. So I'm always hoping for more Yukika music, but she said after this one came out that it's going to be her final album, which does not preclude her from making new music or for being featured on other people's music like she's done in the past, but it probably is the end of Yukika Photocards. She has 3 in this new album. I've got 1 album on the way. I'm hoping that getting the other 2 cards won't be too bad, but you know, Yukika, she, as much as people like myself and Fromis17 really love her, she never sold a lot, and I'm guessing she doesn't have a huge amount of a fandom out there. You know, there's literally dozens of us. A little sad. This will be a completed collection in the not too distant future. All I'll have is, you know, a few more photo prints to track down. Well, that's how it goes. I've even said, you know, sometimes like people just decide they're done, and clearly she just got married, and clearly she decided that she's done with her music career, and so I wish her the best on whatever else she wants to do. But lastly, we have 4 cards, perfect for one final page, and they are weekly. A friend of mine hosted a go for weekly, and although I haven't really ever talked about weekly, I was slightly late. I didn't know when they first came out, but when I discovered them, you know, a couple months after their debut, I was really taken with their style, and my favorite member has always been Monday. And so he's a much bigger weekly fan than me, the person who hosted the go. And he needed a Monday slot filled, and so I happily volunteered myself for tribute. And as luck would have it, my second bias in the group is Soun, and so not only do I get a Soun card, but a unit with Monday and Soun. So this is not someone, much like my Triple S collection, this is not something that will probably be an ongoing collection, but it was just a fun go to join, and the album is actually really good. If you haven't listened to Colorize, that might be my underrated album recommendation of the year. Go check them out. Weekly is great. So all right, so that is it for all my binders. Let me gather everything up. All right, well, that is it for today's video and the last Photocard storing video of the year. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you're looking forward to the big binder tour that is coming in the next few weeks, month at most. It just sort of depends on when I can get my act together. As always, you can help me out by doing the YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and until the next video, I hope you have a great rest of your week, rest of your month, and rest of the year. So long!